Hey there, Virginia Schmidt here from Divinity School. Hello. I'm here to share with you guys how we can live more practically, more fully, and more consciously in the truth of the divinity that we are, in our spiritual truths, and the truth of the eternal, all-powerful spirits that we are. And I'm also here to create community around that. So just by being here watching this video, you're part of that. So thank you. Thank you for being here. And I'm so honored to be on this path with you. And I'm so honored. I just want to say I'm so honored by everyone in this community and all of you guys' comments. I try to get to all of them and to read all of them. And it means so much, the community that we're creating here together. It's very powerful, and it's a very big part of what Divinity School means to me, is this community of seekers, those of us who are seeking to live more aligned with and in the full power of the divinity that we are. So I've been listening to Dr. Sue Morter today, who I absolutely love. If you haven't dove into her videos, definitely check her out on YouTube. And she has at least one amazing book that I know of called The Energy Codes. A lot of you probably know of her and are quite fond of her, as I am becoming ever more fond of her the more videos that I watch. So I'll drop some links into the about section of these 2-hour-long videos that I just listened to. And it's all about how to engage these energy codes. And something that she comes back to a lot is this central channel breathing that I talk about and do often throughout my day, and I talk about in quite a few of my videos. But today, I just wanted to give you guys one really practical way to do one of the most physically, consciously powerful things we can to just get back in touch with our full power, with this connection to and flow of the infinite energy, the love energy that we really are. And that it's really simple. It's just engaging Mula Bandha. And I've talked about this before, and Sue Morter definitely links it to the central channel breathing, which I will talk about as well. But this is something that you can just do at any time, because just by engaging Mula Bandha, also known as root lock, it's just an engagement of the Kegel muscles, and I'm going to talk about it a little more. But just by doing that, you bring your consciousness from just totally being in your head all the time, as sort of we've been raised to be in this society, like always just going to our head, asking questions there, thinking too much about things, rather than allowing ourselves to actually access the place where these energetic impulses are first entering us, which Sue Morter talks a lot about, is actually at our gut. It's actually at our gut. So when we bring our consciousness more so down to our core, the core of our being, which is really sort of that solar plexus heart place, then we're just consciously coming out of our head and into that place. And that in and of itself is very powerful, very, very powerful. So I've talked about this a lot in many of my videos as well, as far as just consciously breathing a situation, breathing a person, breathing any circumstance into the energetic center of our heart, of our core. So right here. And Sue Morter talks a lot about belly breathing. So that's another way that you can get into this. But another thing that you can do just at any time, with or without fully engaging in a conscious practice of central channel breathing, is just engaging Mula Bandha. So this is your root lock. And this is associated with the root chakra, which is like down here at the pubic bone, that glowing red ruby, our security, the root of our being and of our consciousness and of our energetic centers, and that which is closest to the earth as far as our energetic connections go. So to engage Mula Bandha, it's just this feeling, it's that you're pulling up with your Kegel muscles. So it's something you do on the inside. And the way Sue Morter explains it, and a good way to think of it, is like if you had to pee really badly, but you couldn't go, so you had to hold it. It's that, like those muscles that you engage when you're holding your pee in, basically. But Sue Morter just talks about how, so you can go through this practice of engaging it as strongly as you can, and then and just going there, like if you haven't practiced this much, just starting with just being able to engage it and realize that you're engaging it at all. And it's like a lock or a putting in a plug, if you will, for your energy. But it just brings us down to that root. And from that root, we can be breathing the energy up and down, but we're not, again, it's a practice that gets us just out of our head just a little bit and more connected with all of these energy centers that we are. So you could, at any given moment during the day, just quickly engage Mula Bandha. And just by doing that, you've come more into your body, as Sue Morter talks about. And there are a lot of different paths that are showing us that coming into and connecting with our body is a good way to connect with that spiritual wisdom, that all-encompassing wisdom, that wisdom which made us, which we are, because it actually is something that comes to us here at the center and then goes up. Those impulses, those energetic, electromagnetic impulses. And so the more that we connect with our whole body, the more we're in with the wholeness of who we really are, with all of those energetic centers. Like, we're so much more than, our thinking. And our thinking can become so much more integrated when we're integrating all parts of ourselves. So engaging Mula Bandha, just like whenever, just like, I remember I'm, and it brings us to a moment of mindfulness. In a moment of mindfulness, maybe I come to a belly breath, just really consciously bringing my breath into my belly. Okay, rather than just all this chest breathing. So I'm coming down, and then just since I'm present here and thinking about belly breathing, I might as well just engage Mula Bandha and just pull that energy up. And, since I'm there and I have a second, maybe I will just do a central channel breath exercise. And this is how Sue Morter describes central channel breathing. And you actually want to keep Mula Bandha, if you can, engaged throughout the whole thing, so you're not releasing it on the exhale, which I thought for a while. But in this video I was listening to of hers today, she talks about how you actually want to keep Mula Bandha engaged, like as long as you can. And her goal with doing that, and then maybe you can half strength it and just feel that and then let it go completely, and then is refining so that you're actually always coming back to some little engagement of Mula Bandha, like in every moment of the day. And again, this is just keeping you more embodied. So I'm already engaging. I've done a belly breath. I'm engaging Mula Bandha. Here I am. I have a moment. So I'm going to just do a central channel breath and get that energy flowing and clean and clear and shining. So engaging Mula Bandha, and I'm just going to imagine that I'm drawing in light into my crown, inhaling it in, inhaling it down through the third eye, through the throat chakra to the heart solar plexus in here, and then exhaling it down solar plexus, sex chakra, root chakra, all the way down into the earth. And then on the inhale, keeping Mula Bandha engaged all this time. On the inhale, inhaling up through the root, all the way up to the heart, holding, and then exhaling out the throat, up the third eye, all the way into the heavens. And that's central channel breathing, and just continuing in that while keeping Mula Bandha engaged. And maybe you can just do one, maybe you can do it for a couple minutes, a couple times a day. But again, this is, it's something I love that I've been thinking about lately with these practices. Is the point isn't like quantity, right? Like to add more things to your life where you're like, oh no, now I need to do central channel breathing every day. So I already don't have time for much. So I need to but this is another thing I need to add in. It's something that you just integrate into all moments as far as the quality of your experience. So that's like the point with like Mula Bandha or belly breathing or central channel breathing. It's like, this is just something that is there with whatever you're doing. So you're not really adding more quantity, you're adding more quality to whatever it is you're doing just by adding consciousness of this to your life. Sue Morter's talking about, while I'm having a conversation with people, as I'm listening to them and they're talking, I am becoming more present by just coming to a moment of engaging Mula Bandha, central channel breathing, and maybe even spherical breathing, where you're inhaling, imagining that you're pulling light into you from all directions, all places that a ray of light could hit you, like you're this ball of light, and then exhaling, sending light out in all directions. Okay, and I love doing that when I'm with someone, because it feels like I'm connecting our energies together consciously. And as I embody, I can connect with others more powerfully also on an energetic level, because I'm allowing this full embodiment to give and receive my full energetic spectrum or power. So these are just a few quick tips. I would love to hear tips that you guys have for, again, bringing something that can enhance our quality of being in any moment, whatever it is we're doing, making us more aware of our divine truth, of our spiritual truth, living as spirit, living more as spirit. So what are practical ways, what are practical embodied ways, methods of embodiment that actually help us to live more as spirit, more as source, more as that which we are, eternal love energy. All right. Ciao. I will talk to you guys soon. I love you all. Mwah. Blessings to each and every one of you.